Thank you very much, Leanne, and morning to all the viewers.
Minister, you've done your rounds. As we say, you have come from this position before. You've also been the Minister of Education and more recently the Minister of Home Affairs. But I always get that sense that you have this amazing passion for science, and this is a lovely move for you to move back there. How does it feel for you? Were you happy to hear that you were moving into this into the ministry again?
Well, yeah, and really I was humbled and really honored that the President decided to appoint me to Science and Technology. I keep saying to colleagues, this is a new term, it's a new appointment, and I think I go back to a department that has grown. I really wish I could continue working with my colleague, Derek Hanekom, but congratulate him on tourism as well. So yes, it's exciting to work with a team of people in South Africa who are very keen on placing our country at the front rank of research and innovation in the world.
Yeah. I don't think your appointment came as a surprise to anybody, but I think one of the appointments that did come as a surprise was President Zuma appointing Zanele Kamagwaze Msibi, the leader of the National Freedom Party and Member of Parliament, as your Deputy Minister. Just being part of a different opposition party, do you think it'll create any divisions within the ministry?
No, not really. I believe we will all work well together. We're one executive, and our mandate is the mandate given to the African National Congress. It is implementation of the National Development Plan, and it's to address the three critical challenges South Africa is confronted with: unemployment, inequality, and poverty. As long as we focus on the task, which I usually do, I'm sure we'll work very well together.
All right, let's talk about them. You speak about those three issues, but your top priorities in the Department of Science and Technology, what are they?
Well, as we indicated on Monday, the key matters we must address are to ensure that we honor our obligations with respect to delivering on the Square Kilometre Array project, particularly the completion of the precursor, Meerkat radio telescope, and then, of course, to implement the recommendations of the Ministerial Committee on the review of the innovation system in South Africa. The third is to advance those programs that we have and expand them for human capital development. That is the training and preparation of more researchers, greater opportunity for researchers, expanding the doctoral base in our country, and of course spurring innovation. I'd like to get much closer to some of the technology companies in South Africa, many of which agreed to take on young interns. I'd like to see if we can expand that program and really have many more young people enjoying opportunity in the spaces where innovation and technology development occurs.
Let's focus in on the young people and the youth of South Africa. And very recently, and I know that you're fully aware of it because we saw the Basic Education Minister, Angie Motshekga, saying this is not true, but the World Economic Forum putting South Africa at the bottom when it comes to the youth performing in maths and science and just our education surrounding those two issues. What are your views on this? Especially, I know that it's a big passion of yours to push the youth forward for the development in the fields of science and mathematics in that case.
Well, Leanne, you know, I don't like to downplay reports about South Africa, but I also don't wish to exaggerate them. It's something, a balance we all need to look at. The World Economic Forum didn't conduct a test of children in 148 countries. They spoke to business people who I suppose were chosen perhaps for influence, I'm not sure. And the ones they spoke to who are South African indicated concern about our maths and science and were perhaps the most negative. We continue as government to be worried about our maths and science performance, but we're not sitting back and commenting on it. We're working hard to improve teaching of the subject, to encourage more young people to take it up. That is why, for example, later this year, my department will be hosting an international maths Olympiad. We are really putting in place programs whose intention is to improve the performance of young people in maths and science. So I don't wish to, rubbish the report, but I want us to understand that it wasn't a test of children in 148 countries. It was a survey on the perceptions, the views. And we, of course, are worried if our business people view our efforts, in this way. But they were really expressing their view on how we stand against others. Yeah. And we are seeking to up that performance.
In your opinion, the state of our science and technology, the country's state of science and technology, how do you think it's faring? How do you think we're doing?
Well, we've just received a very fascinating indicator report that's been conducted on Africa by NEPAD. And in terms of the African continent, we rank very well along with countries such as Egypt, which has a system a little bigger than our own. We also do well against Nigeria and Kenya. South Africa comes around second in most indicators on innovation as well as research performance. On publications, I'm excited that we're seeing an up. On number of patents approved, we are seeing an increase as well, which means we're beginning to make those inroads into the innovation space. But as I've said, if we don't produce the required number of knowledge workers, the gains we've made will be reversed. So greater investment in master's students, in PhD candidates, and getting them to work in a system that is bigger, that is more exciting, that's really inventive, is what I think we should aim toward.
Yeah. Let's get an update now on the square kilometre arrays construction. This was something that, while you were minister in your previous time, we achieved. We got this. This was great excitement in the country. Give us an update. How are we doing?
The team is working very hard. I'm in the throes at the moment of getting briefings on the progress we've made in all the programs that science and technology oversees and supports. But the reports I've had thus far is matters are moving very well. We've established the office in Manchester in the United Kingdom. Countries are beginning to commit. Just over a month ago, the United Kingdom indicated £100 million commitment to the square kilometre array. We're still discussing exactly how they wish to see that pool of funds utilized. And I will have to continue the diplomacy of increasing the number of countries that are project supporters of the square kilometre array. But we are making progress. The former minister, Minister Hanekom, oversaw the launch of the first of the meerkat dishes toward the 64 satellite dish meerkat precursor. So work is underway.
Good.
Young people are excited. We're getting more and more young engineers, young astronomers into South Africa from our universities, but also from the continent. So the work is moving very well.
Good. That's exciting to hear. Another exciting initiative from the department is the preparation programs where the department provides annually 700 young unemployed graduates to gain the relevant work experience in science, engineering and technology institutions. Are you hoping to expand this project and perhaps add some more students so that unemployed graduates can benefit a bit more from the program?
Certainly. You know, Leanne, let me say that many young people find that they cannot get opportunities for work experience because when they seek employment, employers want experience. Very strange. So we decided we would expand our internship program. We've grown to over 700 young people. We'd like to ramp that up to 1,000. And I must thank industry out there, because several technology companies bought into our idea that they would become partners in an internship program and would take on young people. Now, the interesting fact is that out of these internship initiatives, over 70% of the young people are able to find permanent employment. So it means if we just give young people that step up, we actually will make a difference to youth employment in our country. There are many graduates out there, they're not getting early opportunity. Let's give it to them and grow that base of young people that we absorb into work and entrepreneurship spaces in South Africa.
Minister, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very, very much. We look forward to a lot more conversations with you during these next couple of years as Minister of Science and Technology in South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Leanne.